So lately in 2020, everyone's basically been discussing how you scale Facebook ads with CBOs and how that is the best method to possibly scale. Now, I do run CBOs and I do find them to be profitable, but myself, I was doing some very logical thinking and I basically just wanted to give ABOs another shot. So I have my dashboard pulled up right here. I'm going to start screen recording it and I'm going to explain to you guys why, in my opinion, ABOs are working well, why I'm doing ad set budget and why it is performing so well. I'm just going to give you guys an example. July 1st through July 6th, which is when I'm filming this video. I filmed one yesterday, but I was way too exhausted, so I just looked drained and scrapped that video. But I have the same exact ad sets in a CBO and then the same exact ad sets in an ad set budget optimization. And basically my ROAS for the ad set budget is a 19.92 and my CBO version of it is at 5.5. So I'm going to explain exactly what the case is, and I actually may not screen record because it's going to require me to scribble out too much of my ad account, but I'll put up like a screenshot or something and show you guys. But I basically just want to explain why this works and why you guys may want to try ad set budgets still, because again, everyone on YouTube is like scale with CBOs, but if you think logically, sometimes ad set budgets work well. So the product I'm selling is a higher price product. It's $300 and our average order value is around $450, meaning I'm getting a lot of people buying multiple products. So that's good. But the thing is when you're trying to generate this large of a sale, it is very hard for Facebook to actually give you sales for like $5 to $10. So I launched this store with just a simple $50 a day CBO and it performed really well. I was getting around a 8 to 10 ROAS on the first few days, which that's in itself amazing results. And the results were great for the first week or so. But then I logically was just like sitting down and thinking, okay, so if I run ads and I'm only giving each ad set, I think I had maybe 8 or 10 ad sets in a $50 a day CBO. If each of these are only getting $5 spend, how in the world can I expect to get consistent purchases? Because the product sell price is $300 with an AOV of $450. That really doesn't make mathematical sense, and it didn't seem logical to have Facebook try and get purchases for $5. It really wouldn't consistently happen. And that statement was correct, because I'm not consistently pulling in $5 sales at all, which that is really unrealistic if I'm being honest, but I am pulling in some solid cost per purchases. So what I then did was, after around a week or two, no, I think it was like 7 or 8 days, I took my top ad sets and I basically gave them each $20 a day on an ad set budget. So now instead of having them spend like $5 to $6 a day, I gave them a $20 budget. And let me tell you, the results are actually insane. So from just my CBOs for this month, I have a ROAS of 7.63, which is really good, and it's a little higher. Facebook hasn't tracked all the purchases, but that is my ROAS. And then if I go to my ABO, which I will filter by that, let's do that real quick. This has, let's just see, and it's not like the ABO has one purchase. It has 14 with a consistent ROAS of almost 20. It's at 19.92. It actually probably is at 20, but again, Facebook didn't track a few purchases. So I have probably 16 purchases on that with an average cost per purchase of 25, and the average order value is around $455. So that is really good. The ROAS is really nice with that, and I'm hyped that it's performing so well, but I would not have these results if I didn't go out and test new stuff, which is something a lot of people right now are not doing. Like, everyone's following one strict video that they watched on YouTube on how to run Facebook ads, and that is all they do, and they don't go out and venture into other stuff and test. Now, yes, I am a big believer of just following a plan and sticking to it, but that doesn't mean you can't test other stuff. So my logic for this store was basically, I made a shit ton of money the first week of this store, like a few $1,000s when I thought I was maybe going to break even. I made a lot of money with it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to freely test a lot of crazy stuff and see what works, because again, I have the budget to do so. I obviously had money prior to the store, but I am spending the money from the store because that just makes sense. So I was like, okay, I have money that I've generated from the store. I am completely comfortable with spending a lot more money to test these ads and test ad set budgets, and then maybe duplicate some CBOs and increase budget, and then gradually increase some of the CBOs budgets and see what works. And that's what's been working really well, because I've been able to get some crazy cost per purchases. Like, one of my ad sets right now on this ad set budget, I've gotten 5 purchases. The overall cost per purchase is at $12 with a conversion value of $2,500. That ad set itself has a 42.76 ROAS. That is nuts, if I'm being honest. And then another one has 4 purchases, $15 cost per purchase with a 32 ROAS. So it's like, there's a lot of money that I'm making simply because I just logically was like, okay, if I'm going to consistently get purchases on these ads, they need to have a bigger spend. Now, yes, I could go with a CBO and make like a $400 a day budget and put in maybe like 5 ad sets. That could work well, and that will probably work well. That's something I will do in the future, but this was just very logical for me. I was like, why would I do a CBO when this seems like the best option? Now, this easily could have flopped. It easily could have performed poorly because I gave each ad set way more spend than it was used to. It's not like I was tweaking the current campaign I was running. I created a whole new one and let it run, and from day one it performed really well. Like I was super shocked that it performed so well, and I was super hyped to see that. But again, it's just because I went out and tested stuff. So if you guys are watching this video and are running Facebook ads, please don't be afraid to try new stuff. Now, understand none of these ad sets are at all lookalike audiences. It's all just one interest that I've found cold testing. None of this is retargeting. So I know these results may be a little hard to believe because my ROAS is pretty freaking nuts, but yeah, the ads are performing really well, and I'm super hyped that they are performing so well. And there's been a lot of work that I've done onto the site to make it where it is and to optimize it to properly convert visitors into sales. So the next plan I have for these ads, I'm probably going to create another ABO and give each ad set even a bigger budget because it seems to be working. So I may double the spend, not on the same campaign. I'm going to create a new one and just simply go from $20 to $40 a day because that should hypothetically give me more purchases. It's very logical thinking, and it should work well because, again, my cost per purchase for those ad sets, let me filter them and see exactly what they are. They're anywhere from $12 to $60. That's my worst performing ad, is $60. And that one itself still has a 17 ROAS. That was a big order, around $1,000 for one order. So it was a big order, and the revenue is still nice. ROAS is still nice. But overall, if I give my ad sets a lot more spend per day, this should scale really well. This is a store that is easily going to be scaled to 10K per day. This is something where I probably will be able to scale it to $100,000 per day. The biggest barrier is having my ad account spend limit to be $250. So yesterday, $250 was spent, and I generated around $3,700 in revenue, which is kind of nuts considering that ROAS is like almost unreal. If I saw it on a video, I would really think it was fake, but no, the results are legit. Now, a lot of people may be watching this and think that I have some secret trick up my sleeve, but I really don't. It's literally just running ads, testing products, and seeing what works. And this product is obviously working really well. I've profited quite a bit. I'm already at over $1,500 profit for today, and it's 9 a.m., so that's really good, and I'm hyped for that. But I got here through testing. Like, I tested another product before this, and it flopped. The product did not do really well at all. So my advice to you guys is just keep testing products, keep testing ads, test new creatives, and see what works. A lot of you guys are maybe a store away from making a shit ton of money, but people do still have this presumption in their head that there's a lot of stuff that people are holding back from them, like a lot of Facebook ad info that people just aren't telling you guys, when in reality you just have to continue to test and figure it out, and then you will understand that a lot of Facebook ads stuff is just logical thinking. Like for this ad account as an example, I was running CBOs, they weren't getting a whole lot of spend, and I was still getting purchases. So I was like, if Facebook can give me purchases at like $5 to $10, that means that if I just give my ads each $20 spend, I should hypothetically get 1 to 2 purchases very consistently on each ad set with an ad set budget optimization. And sure enough, it worked really well, so I'm hyped for that. But again, nothing is too complex. It's just that I've tested a lot of products and understand exactly what to look for. Now, before I end this video, I want to give you guys one more piece of advice. When you're running Facebook ads and you're converting traffic into sales, I suggest you add both a quantity break and a post-purchase upsell. So I used to use Zipify, but now I just use Reconvert. I just added that onto my site last night, and it has already generated a sale today, so it's paid for more than, well, it's actually still free now. But that is a great app because on the checkout page, when they land on it, it'll basically give them an upsell, like, hey, buy this product for $10 off. Now, I've made the offer something that they really can't pass up, and it's worked really well. So that is something that I strongly suggest because it can increase not your average order value because it's going to be through multiple orders, but it can increase your overall profit from one customer because, again, if you convert them for multiple products, they will definitely make you a lot more than if you just convert them for one unit. The next thing is going to be, again, a quantity breaks. That's what I do. I just do a simple percentage breakdown, and that has made me so much money, like a lot. On 4th of July, I was chilling and got like $1,000 orders that day, like $1,000, $750, all types of large amounts of orders. Like the revenue was crazy. So that app has really treated me well, and it's something you guys should all think about integrating, and it's something simple that will make you quite a bit of money. So I strongly suggest you look into all those apps, just because again, they make you quite a bit of revenue. So that is about it for how I'm running these ads for ABOs, because again, a lot of people are talking about CBOs and they're like, scale with CBOs, like do this and then do this and then duplicate your CBO, increase budget. And yes, I do that all, like I'm doing that on this ad account, but I simply went out and just tested ad set budgets, and they're performing way better than CBOs, and I know why. Like it's just very logical that if I give each ad set an exact spend, they can normally give me around 1 to 2 purchases per day, which at a 450 AOV, that is more than enough like ROAS for me. That's just amazing in itself. So that's what I'm doing. It's working really well. If you guys want to give it a shot, do so. Just, keep testing stuff. A lot of people again think like there's one specific way to do it and then everything else is just fake or like not real or doesn't work, and that's completely false. There's so many ways to run Facebook ads. I would just say go out and test and come up with your own strategy. Obviously follow somewhat of a plan, like you don't want to go into it blind, but do not feel scared to test stuff, because again, you never know what's going to work. I didn't know this product was going to convert this well and make me so much money, but it will be a product that I scale to multiple 6 figures per month, maybe 7 figures per month. I'm hoping to do 7 figures. It's just a matter of if my ad account spend limit can increase or not, so I have to wait and see for that. But other than that, hope you guys got value from this video. If you did make it to the end, smash the like button, click subscribe below, because I am posting every single day. And also, if you have any questions, comments, or video recommendations, you can drop those in the comment section below. But other than that, hope you guys got massive value, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.